What's up, my YouTube family? It's your boy Berto back with another video, guys. And today we are going to be talking about the industry plant, Andrew Tate. Yes, I know all of you guys probably been seeing him. The dude's been everywhere. He has been everywhere. Like it's really nowhere you can look and not see this dude. I mean, TikTok. All you see is Tate quotes. You see Tate podcast highlights. You go to Instagram, you see Tate everywhere. Tate this, Tate that. YouTube, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate. For those of you who don't know who Andrew Tate is, he's a former kickboxer. He's a British American. I believe he's living in Romania right now. He has a podcast. And just these past couple months, he's blew up out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. And we see this happen all the time. But this is the one. This one really catches my eye because of how quick and how big he's gotten. Like it seemed like it's happening in the blank out. One day you didn't know who he was. Next day you get on TikTok, all you see is Andrew Tate highlights, quotes, him saying crazy things. Like he's very outgoing. You know, he says things that go against what people. He doesn't believe in politics. He's kind of messy with the things he says. He's just very crazy with it. You get on Instagram, you see more of Andrew Tate. You get on YouTube, you see more of him. He's just everywhere. You can't get away from him. Why is this? Well, this is how they create an industry plant. This is how they create an industry plant. So what they're doing is the industry is pushing his podcast. They're pushing him. Now his name is getting out there. Everybody's starting to know who he is. And once we get a feeling, we get used to him, they give him an even bigger push. So now we're in the getting used to him stage. Everybody's kind of knowing who he is. You can't go on no social media platform and not see him. And you got to think these powerful people that run the industry, they control what we see. So when we get on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, YouTube, and all this stuff, they force us to see who they want us to see. And that's what's happening right now. You can't get on any. I didn't know who this guy was a few weeks back. Now I know almost everything about him because I can't go nowhere without seeing him. You just can't. And that is crazy because that is how the industry works. When they're creating an industry plant, they will push this person. Why are they pushing them so hard? Because they're trying to replace somebody else. Anytime they create these industry plants, they're trying to get rid of somebody else in the industry that's big. So get ready for a big ritual sacrifice coming up because this dude, Andrew Tate, is getting a big podcast push. So his podcast is looking to replace somebody else's podcast. And the industry does try to push certain people, and sometimes they just don't work out for them. So they leave them and they go to the next one. But Andrew Tate has been everywhere. This dude is blown up. He's rich. He has the personality for it. He does what they want him to do. He says what they want him to say. And he's just, like I said, he's reckless. And that's what they want in these industry plants. How many of you guys, let me know in the comment section, have got on social media and just seen him everywhere? Everywhere. You didn't know who he was until recently. In this past 2 months, he just kind of blew up. And now we all know he's implemented in our heads. Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate. He talks shit about American government. He talks shit about celebrities that people are scared to talk shit about. He says things that people are scared to say things about. He talks about stuff that people are scared to talk about. He exposes shit that shouldn't be exposed. Why does he do this? Because this is the way of catching people attention. Negative energy brings more people. And he's using that, and he knows that, and the industry knows that. And the people that are controlling him and making him be this person, he may not even be like this. But they are controlling him, and they're forcing him to say whatever they want him to say. They're making him do whatever they want him to do. He's going to get to the point where he gets so big to where he doesn't want to be under their control no more, but it's too late. You signed this contract and you sold your soul. I can tell you now, in order to be an industry plant, your soul is gone. You don't get to keep your soul, it's gone. They take it from you. And this is one of the most obvious industry plants ever. You go on his YouTube page, guys. You go on his YouTube page. Hold on. He has a video. Let me see if I could find it real quick. He has an actual video of him. He has an actual video of him like talking about how his page is getting so much attention. How everybody is following his page, talking about him and stuff like that. Like he's literally bragging about this stuff. Like it's nothing because he knows exactly what's going on. He knows exactly what's going on, guys. And I'm about to show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. So you guys know I'm not bullcrapping around. This dude is really taking over. Like he's a huge industry plant. Tate speech. Like it just baffles me how people can get how powerful the industry is, how they can make people out of nothing. Like look at his page. Now you see this, everything with him is dealing with some kind of bragging. He brags about everything. Let's see. The video called "The Internet is Obsessed with Andrew Tate." This is on his YouTube page with over 600,000 subscribers, guys. He's talking about how many YouTube channels are talking about him. This is the guy that people worship, man. I don't know how the industry is so powerful to where they can create these monster stars. They created this man. Yeah, they're talking about him gaining more fame, more and more fame. Everything is about him gaining more and more fame, guys. He's become Andrew Tate. This dude was a kickboxer. Nobody cares about kickboxer. He's just people are obsessed with him now. And look what song he's playing. Mariah Carey, "Obsessed with Me." Like we can go on for days about how this dude is taken over, but this, there you go. Yeah. So everybody's talking about Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate, Andrew Tate. And it's scary because the industry creates these monsters and then these guys start going crazy and they start getting too much into themselves where they feel like they're better than the rest of the world. And he's already on a high horse. Somebody in the industry is about to get sacrificed and replaced by this guy. That is the only reason they're pushing him so hard. So one of these big podcasters that they no longer need to sacrifice them, they're replacing them with Andrew Tate. They're just waiting for him to get exactly to that point where they want him at, and then that person will get. It always happens like that. But this is the evil industry that we've been warning you guys about. This is the devil worshiping industry we've been warning you about. Pay attention to the things he's going to start doing, because he's going to start doing a lot of suspect things, a lot of devil worshiping things, a lot of Illuminati things. You're going to see signs in his podcast. Pay attention to his podcast. You'll be seeing him everywhere on TikTok and Instagram and stuff and YouTube. Pay attention to what you see, because they're going to push it on you. You don't even have to look for it. They're going to push it on you as they always do. So what's so special about Andrew Tate that made them want to push him? Well, he has the image. He's a kickboxer, so he has a bad boy image. And he can say those things without really having any consequences. People can't threaten him like they threaten other people. Why? Because he has some kind of fighting experience behind him. And then he, like I said, he has the cocky personality. He has this ego. He's exactly the person they want. So all they do is they come to you, they offer you this large lump sum of money, and guess what? You sell your soul. They don't look back. This dude talks about how in America, billionaires control the government, and how in the country he lives in, Romania, how anybody with money can get off with anything. You don't have to be a billionaire. So why live in a country like America where the billionaires control it, when you can live in a country like Romania and anybody with money can get off with things? So cop pulls you over, you can give them $50, you're good to go. Can't do that here in America. You need millions, billions. But he talks about a lot of corruption. He talks about a lot of things. He's almost like a Joe Rogan, but more cocky. Joe Rogan's not necessarily cocky. He's more down to earth. But he's like a Joe Rogan, but with an ego and with a lot of pride. Like, I'm telling you guys, the industry is creating a monster right now, a devil worshiping monster, and we are going to lose somebody very soon, guys. I felt like I had to make this video, and I had to expose what's going on. Pay attention to how much you see him everywhere. For the next month or two, they're going to continue to push him. And then that sacrifice is going to happen. The sacrifice can probably happen before then, but give it a month or two where they keep pushing him. They get him to where they want him to be at, and he's high enough with enough popularity and that a big enough household name to where they can make tons of more money off of him. They're already making a shit ton of money off. They're going to make way more off of him, and they're going to eliminate the people they don't need. Those podcasters and people that they have right now on their payroll and they don't need anymore, they're going to sacrifice them. Guess what happens when they sacrifice these people? Everybody's going to go run and look at their podcast. They're going to get more views, more money is going to start coming in. They're going to get that big burst of money. It's all about profits. That's all they care about in this industry. They're going to make all that money off of their deaths. And then all the focus is going to be on Andrew Tate, the industry plant. So you guys go check it out for yourself. Who will be the person that gets sacrificed? I kind of have a clue, but I'm going to do a little bit more research, but I think I know exactly who it's going to be. And it may be more than one person, but I got one person in mind. And I'm not going to release the name yet because I'm still doing a little bit more researching. But in these things, you can kind of tell when somebody knows their time is up because they start giving us messages and they start saying little things to give us hints of what's truly going on. So be ready, guys. We're about to see the industry plant take over. And I called it here first. You guys heard it here first. Andrew Tate, the new industry plant. And he will be replacing somebody that's currently an industry plant that's real big and has been around for a while. He has a very big podcast. And they will be dying soon. This is the industry. This is what happens when you sell your soul. They control you. They control your life. They control the way you act, what you eat, how you look, what you say, where you live, where you go. You can't get away from them. And it happens to everybody. They come for YouTubers, TikTokers, Instagrammers, football players, basketball players, rappers, actors, actress, anything. Businessmen, powerful businessmen, all these people, anybody with any kind of power, with money or any kind of fame, they come for you. So don't be surprised. Any of these CEOs of these companies that Starbucks or whatever, they come for all these people. Just know that you cannot get away from the Illuminati. But these industry plants are by far the worst. Don't get caught up being an industry plant, guys. This is the story, Andrew Tate. Watch how the industry plant grows. And remember where you heard it at first. Roberto Conspiracy Files. Y'all have a good night.